fellow prospectors? It's your boy, the Paydirt Pioneer over here, and we are back with our first ever Paydirt review. I am so excited to get this underway. Now, I am going to be having some running totals, some more serious in-depth reviews, but I wanted to do this first one just as kind of an example of what to expect from this channel, what you're going to see, how things are going to be done with me at the helm. So, first things first, I want to introduce our Paydirt for the day. I'm going to give a brief description right about here. And now let's look at the Paydirt. So I did already open this to see. So this is from Felix's Paydirt. As you can see, he sends it in this nice envelope. It is from Alaska. Inside the envelope, you're looking at a nice brochure, talks about some of his products. So you can hopefully buy something else is his idea. Down the road, we may be reviewing some more of his Paydirt. We'll see how the channel goes, and we'll see if that's a different one that people want to see it done. So let's talk about the bag. In your envelope, you receive a small little Ziploc bag of Paydirt. He does guarantee that you'll find gold. He doesn't guarantee how much gold. Now, he says that this is free. It's not. It's $2 shipping. As you can see, he used a 66-cent envelope, so he's making about $1.50 off of each of these, plus whatever, or minus whatever gold he has in the Paydirt. So I'm going to take this down like I would a normal bag of Paydirt. Now, obviously, there's not a lot here. I can do this all in one pan very easily, but I'm not going to. I want to kind of break down my process so you know what to expect with me as a Paydirt prospector. So first things first, we have our tub of water. As always, make sure you are adding some sort of surface tension breaker. I use Jet Dry, just something easy. Break that surface tension of the water so the gold doesn't float away, because that's the last thing you want. So I got us a pan. I am going to classify this material down. I know what you're saying. Why are you going to classify that little bit of material? That's just, again, something you're going to expect from me. So I got my handy dandy kitchen strainer here. Something easy, something cheap. No, it's not what the professionals use. I don't have all my different mesh strainers, but we make do with what we have. My goal is to have a prospecting site based around a beginner prospector. I want this to be something that anybody can do, anyone can pick up and learn how to do, because it's fun, it's educational, and you get gold out of it. So we're going to classify down our material. Real easy. I will spray that out later to check the contaminants, although I don't see any gold, so I'm not very nervous about it. So we have our two different levels, our minus kitchen strainer material and our plus kitchen strainer material. Again, normally you'd have some more of this. I'd be able to pan this all out, but looking through, I don't see any gold. I'm not expecting to find any gold at that level. I will pan through it though, just to be sure. So with our minus material, the first thing I want to do is check for any black sands, any magnetite, anything that's going to be heavy that we're not going to want. Again, normally in something this small, it's not that big of a deal. I have a handy dandy neodymium magnet, a little sippy cup on the front to detract from it. Let's see if we got any magnetite. Very little. Nothing that I'm concerned about, nothing that I'm going to pull away from this. All right, let's pan out both of our groups of classifications here, and let's see if we got any gold. I'm going to start with my plus kitchen strainer size. I'm not going to get this down to any other level. It is what it is. There's not really a whole lot here to pan, so do a quick little stratification. Bring it to the top, give it a couple nice little taps. Tapping your gold pan like this allows all your gold to settle into that deep crevice. Your lighter material is just going to float away. And as we could see, no gold in that slightly larger material. So we'll wash that away, move on to our next one. So again, normally in larger Paydyrts, I would break this down a little bit more. I'd probably be only doing about a tablespoon at a time, maybe a little bit more, give or take. I think you can actually see a little speck of gold all the way down there. I'm not sure if you can see it kind of shining there, but looks like we do have a little bit of gold. So we'll give a quick little stratify. Now, as any panner will tell you, the first thing you should be doing is running it down your pan like this, straining off the light material. With there being just such little bits of material here, I'm not going to worry about doing that. When you see a full-length review, you will be able to see that in motion and that act. So again, just like before, tilt it down a little bit. I'm going to tap to the front. I'm going to get some clean water in there. Let's pan back our material and see if we have any gold. So we know that this material down here is our lighter stuff. It doesn't have any gold. I have a little cheap squirt bottle. You can find the link to this and all the tools that I have on Amazon below. They are affiliate links, so you help out the channel a little bit by purchasing using those links if you decide to. Again, let's beat that top a little bit. And let's bring her down. And oh, I see it. It's my favorite moment. Boom. We got gold. Woo! I'm going to work on cleaning that up a little bit more. It looks like we're just going to have those two pieces. And if I don't know if you just caught that, but the gold was actually floating. There we go. See? That's why you need more jet dry. But 2 pieces of gold. I'm going to catch those with my snuffer bottle just to go through the process of what I normally do. Again, obviously this is different Paydirt. It's a very light amount, but I want to go through this like I would a normal Paydirt. So I have my floating piece. I'll get that in a second. And that's that. No more gold. So I have all of our gold in the snuffer bottle. Let's get it dried up, cleaned up, and weighed out. And then we can calculate our return on investment. All right, welcome back. So we have our gold dried out. We're ready to take our measurements, but first and foremost, let's take a look at our gold. And as expected, really not a whole lot here. I got 2 little flakes there. I don't really expect this to move the measurements much. Again, it's a $2, well, a free dollar bag of Paydirt. Free, obviously, until you have to pay your $2 for shipping. But let's get this gold measured up and see what we're looking at for a return on investment. You can barely even hear it clink. For those of you clutch supporters, enjoy a free little bit of his samplings here. Obviously not affiliated with the show, but I like using his little card that he gives on his Paydirt in order to, help weigh up my gold. So that doesn't even tip the scales, unfortunately. Very disappointing to see that. Again, it's a very cheap bottle of Paydirt, so I understand. I'm not going to lose sleep. All right, fellow prospectors, welcome back. So we are reviewing Felix's sample shipment here. Again, I want to just break down how all this works. I'm not giving him a legitimate grade off of his $0 bag of Paydirt, but I just wanted to kind of show what to expect and how my grading works. So I have my handy-dandy Excel spreadsheet here. We have Felix as our seller. It's his sample product. It cost us $0 to get. Unfortunately, though, there was shipping. So that shipping, you always want to make sure you're calculating that into your return on investment. I have the active price of gold down here at this time. So gold is looking at just about $1,950 per ounce. That calculates into the gold value. Issue is, we had 0 grams of gold recovered. Obviously, we got 2 flakes. Not even flakes, 2 small little specks of gold, but they didn't register on our scale, so I got to count that as 0, which means that our gold value is also 0, which means our return on investment is 0, which gives the return on investment score a 0 out of 10. So in terms of fun to pan out, it wasn't a whole lot of Paydirt. I didn't really expect it to be fun, but, I had a nice time stratifying it down, getting it cleaned up. But I'm not going to give it a very high fun score. It's only going to get a 3 out of 10. And then finally, so we have SPDD score. That's pretty simple. The shipping, the packaging, any damage that was involved with it, and the description. So the description, these are all out of 2. I'm going to give it a 1. Wasn't very clear, wasn't very explanative. Again, the point of this is just to kind of get you a feel of what his Paydirt looks like. Nothing came damaged or misshaped, so I'm all happy with that. The packaging, just an envelope with, his flyer, his brochure, trying to get some more sales. I understand what he's trying to do, but I'm not going to grade him very highly on his packaging. He's going to get a 0.5. Then lastly but not least, the shipping. It actually did come very quick. He shipped it pretty shortly after I ordered it. Came from Alaska, but it was here within a couple of days, so he's going to get a 2 for that. So in total, out of 100, the Felix sample Paydirt bag gets a 25.75. And if you're seeing it in red, that means it is in fact a snake oil product. So I would not personally be buying this again. It's not something you're supposed to be buying again. But let's say, for example, that we actually had a decent amount of gold recovered. Let's say we had 0.1 grams, which for a bag that small, that would be a good return. So let's say, for the sake of argument, so again, while I'm not surprised that it gets such a low score like this, I do want to show you guys, just so you can know for future videos, what a good product would look like. So let's say all of this stayed the exact same score. Again, obviously it's going to be low, but that return on investment score is really going to be weighing it down. I weigh that at 2 times because I want to make sure I'm getting a good return on investment in any of the gold Paydirt that I purchase. So obviously I got 0 grams, but let's say in this world, we got 0.5 grams. Not a lot of gold, but again, only $2 to get it. Now all of a sudden we transition to that beautiful gold color, not a snake oil seller, and something that I would recommend. As time goes on, I'm going to keep track of all my historical return on investment grades. And I'm going to be giving composite scores. You'll be able to view all of that on the website. Make sure to view the website in the description below. But as it stands today, with me getting 0 grams of gold, my return on investment was horrible. Really keeps the score down. A 25.75. Felix's sample Paydirt, not something I would personally be recommending. This is not going to go into his final scores. If I review any more of his Paydirt, he is going to start off with a clean slate. I don't want to have this just sample product be something that weighs him down. If he does have a good product that I would recommend to other people. With that all said, that is it for the review. I hope this gives you an idea of what I'm looking for. Again, I want to get a good return on investment. I want to have fun while I'm doing it. I'm not as concerned about the SPDD score, but it's there just to add another element, just to take into account everything that goes on when you're getting this Paydirt. That's all I have for you guys today. Again, Felix's sample Paydirt, a very low score. It won't be impacting him in the long run. Make sure to check out the website for the entire blog post. Drop a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit me up on Patreon if you want to support the channel and find some other ways to get involved. Outside of that, that's all I have for you guys today. This has been the Paydirt Pioneer. I'll catch you in the next video.